The role players get to enjoy whatever they're doing. If your routine is going out the night before the game, having a nice dinner, you get to still do that. The star player, his routine actually has to change in the playoffs. He has to study more, shoot more, rest more, massages. He has to do a lot more. The rest of the team don't. You know what's so frustrating sometimes is the takes I give, people think are wild and dumb because they've never heard it or they've never been a part of it, right? Like when I remember I was the first one to say the players are not sitting themselves out. They're not load managing. The team load manage because unless you're Luka, LeBron, or Wemby, the star player, you're never going to have that conversation about load managing. When the beginning of the season, when we get the schedule for the season, the upcoming season, I get called into the office to sit down with coach and we go through the roster because they got to do all their traveling. And so they'd be like, all right, we got Orlando, Miami, we got a day between. Do you want to stay in Orlando, Gil, or do you want to go to Miami after the game? So after the game in Orlando, you want to just stay in Miami or go to Miami, or do you want to stay? Like, those are the conversations that I have to have with the coach before the season. Which hotels you like? Those are the things that the rest of the team won't have. That's not their experience. So when I say it, people are like, oh, that don't happen. This is blah, blah. Like, you've never had that conversation. You're not that guy. The conversations Steph has are not the same conversation Clay has. Clay don't get all the information Curry has. Draymond Green don't get all the conversation and things that Clay gets, nor does or Curry gets. Right? So when people talk about, championship experience, I don't want championship experience from everybody who was on the team. Like, all of y'all are not like doing championship shit. What LeBron James and Luka will have to do to prepare for the championship, that's very different from what Rui or Dalton Connect got to do. See, they can go to dinner at night and enjoy the night before the game and have fun. LeBron ain't doing it. He got to sacrifice. He got to watch film, get extra shots up. So I don't want to know what, some of these guys are doing. I don't care what Robert Horry got to say about his 7 championships. What you are bringing to the game doesn't require what Tim Duncan has to do the night before the game. What Kobe has to do the night before the game. You got 7 rings, but you're not sacrificing. You're not that guy. What Hakeem is doing. What Hakeem is doing is different what Drexler's doing. They're two, you know what I mean? Like, I think y'all need to understand what I'm saying. To really understand, the role players get to enjoy whatever they're doing. If your routine is going out the night before the game, having a nice dinner, you know what I mean? Or going and watching a nice movie, you get to still do that. The star player, the person who has to, put the team on his shoulder, his routine actually has to change in the playoffs. He has to study more, shoot more, rest more, massages, pre-gaming, prepping. He has to do a lot more. The rest of the team don't. It's very different. That's why I want to know exactly what the star player is doing. That's when I asked Swaggy P, so what did you do? Yeah, so not the we part of it. What did you do individually as an individual player to get ready? And he let you know he didn't do nothing different than what he did regular season. Because the people who are really sacrificing are Kevin Durant, Clay, Draymond. They're doing something different. The rest of the team gets to be normal. It ain't 1-4-5. Yes. If I say, hey, Tatum, what did you do individually in the playoffs each game? And then I asked Drew, and then I asked, let's say, JD Davis, what did you do? These 3 people are going to have 3 different answers. Number 1 is going to look like he done had to study for a motherfucking SAT test. It's very different, man. Like, and people really don't understand, that.